Hi guys, happy Valentine's Day. It is Wednesday, February 14th, and I'm just doing my check-in with you guys. So far, I haven't had really any weird experiences from having pinned in my stomach this time instead of in my thigh. I was a little kind of nauseous, queasy that first night, but I think it's probably more my anxiety about how I thought it was going to go than an actual symptom of the medication being injected into my stomach instead of my thigh. So, that's good to know, right? For me at least. Your mileage may vary, but I think I think it opens up a whole new area of real estate that I can pin. So that's kind of exciting. What else? I was super hungry this morning. I had eaten yesterday. My lunch was fairly big. I don't think I had dinner. Did I have dinner? I can't remember. Um, but I was very hungry this morning. I do know that. So I think I still have one more dose of the 2.5 left in the vial. And as much as I really don't want to be splitting vials, I think what I might do is go back to the 5-day, pinning every 5 days, but increase it. I don't know that I want to go to a full 5 milligrams. I know that's the typical dose. I could just do 1 week at 5 and see how I feel on that. And if I need to drop down to like 3.5, that kind of thing. That's the really nice thing, about being able to pin yourself at your own rate, I guess. You can, when you have the auto injectors that you get from branded, like Wegovy or Mounjaro or what have you, those already come in pre-filled injector pins. You have to use the dose that they send you. There's really not an easy way to take like a half of a dose or just kind of step up at your own rate. When you do your own dosing, really the sky's the limit, right? You can do whatever you want. You can do 2.5, you can do 3, then you can go to 3.5 and then 4. You can go 2.5 straight to 5 to 7.5 to 10. It's however you want to do it and whatever feels most right for your body. So I think like I said, I think I still have 2.5 milligrams left in a vial. So I'll probably go, if that's the case, I'll probably go a whole other week with that. If I don't have another vial in there, maybe I'll just go to the 5 milligrams. I'm really nervous about that, guys, because I've heard so many stories of people who go from 2.5 to 5 who just, maybe they were okay on 2.5 and then they just got so queasy and nauseous and heartburn and this and that and the other. I don't want to go through that. On the other hand, if the 2.5 is not being as effective for me as it could be, that is the next logical step, because I've already tried going 4 days on the same dose. So I think I don't know. It all depends on what the vial is that I have in my fridge. I had this other peptide that I got, and I was going to take it yesterday, but I went to reconstitute it, and it did not dissolve nearly as fast as what I'm dealing with right now. It's 10 milligrams, this particular vial. And so I just at first I put in 1 milliliter of water, but for this other one, it's called PT-141. So the recommended starting dose is 0.5 milligrams. So if you have 10 milligrams and I put 1 milliliter of water in and I have a 1 milligram vial. So really, that would mean if you go all the way to 1 milligram, that's the whole 1 milliliter within the syringe. I'm saying wrong words all over the place today. That would be the whole 10. So if you're to go half a milliliter of water, that would be 5 milligrams. And then if I was wanting kind of to start out at 0.25 instead of just 0.5 milligrams, that would be really hard to try to dose. So what I ended up doing was I put an additional milliliter of water in. So now I've got 10 milligrams in 2 milliliters. That means if I use my 1 milliliter syringe, that's going to be 5 So, if you go to 5, that's going to be 2.5. So it just kind of breaks it down and dilutes it a little bit more so I can get a more accurate dose of that. I'm a little nervous to start that one. A lot of folks say that it works for them, but it also comes with some side effects like nausea and some other things. Someone recommended taking an antihistamine beforehand because that can help with it. Other folks said, hey, just get Zofran. It's an antiemetic, an anti-nausea medication. Take that. But it's not even supposed to kick in until 6 hours down the line. So do you take the antiemetic when you take the injection, or do you wait a few hours and then take it to try to stave off any unpopular feelings? I don't know how that works. I may need to do a little bit more research. So with those BPC 157 pills that I told you guys about a while ago, I do know some people who went in on the group buy. They've been using them already, even though the testing hasn't come back for it yet. And they're like, oh yeah, it's really helped, and I'm so glad that I did this. And I still haven't started it yet just because I figured, well, so some people are just taking it, and then when they get the results back, they'll decide if they want to continue to take it or not. And it's whatever level of risk that you're comfortable with, right? But I especially wouldn't want to give it to my kid, my elder son, until the testing has come back for it. I don't know. And then I've been watching all these, I've been part of these other servers where it's like a women's server, but I think there's some men that's on it too. It's a lot about like peptides, but also getting cosmetics that you do yourself, like Botox and other types of toxin injections that you do at home. It's like a DIY situation. And that is interesting to me, but it's also super scary. I mean, these are toxins that you're just putting into your face. And this one lady, she posted a video of another woman, like a how-to type of a thing. And she's like, you just want to take this pilot needle, and the needle was about that big and it was very thin. But she's like, you just want to go 1 milliliter. So she was like going under her skin and then like lifting it. You could just see it like right under her skin. It was crazy, right? So then she took it out and then put in a catheter needle, I guess it's called. So it's like a non-sharp, very bendy needle. So she puts it in the pilot hole. And I mean, granted, we're talking like this far, right? So she goes in there and then you can just see it snake around to like where her eye is, because it was some kind of I don't know if it's a filler necessarily, but it just, like, I love watching shows like Botched because I think it's so interesting. But I was almost like when I saw that, because it's like right under her skin. I don't know. I've got mad respect for people who can do that on themselves, but I cannot. So there's this other thing that I got called GHK-CU, and it's like a copper peptide because it's supposed to help with collagen and elasticity in your face and trying to get that going. So a lot of people, they do the injections with it. I don't want to do the injections, so I just have it in its raw form, and I'm supposed to mix it with like a serum or like a moisturizer, that kind of a thing, and then just, I am curious about micro needling and like derma stamping. I guess the derma rollers that have the little tiny needles, they're finding that it's not supposed to be great for your skin or your scalp. A lot of guys use it, or women too, if they're trying to stimulate hair growth. To me, it's almost like aeration in a sense, but and then you put like minoxidil or something wherever you're trying to grow hair. Anyway, you're not supposed to use the roller kind because it can drag, all the needles can drag as it's coming out, whereas a stamp is just like this. It's not dragging the skin. And then they have these these micro needle pens where you turn it on and it's just very repetitive, almost like a tattoo gun, but it's got like just a whole bunch of, pins. So it's just, so I've thought about doing that. My point being, I'm in my 40s, right? And I don't necessarily need to look like I'm in my 40s. I would like to get some more collagen and stuff reviving. I did not take care of my skin when I was younger because I hate having stuff on my face. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before. That's why I don't do foundation. Flippin' hate it. Right now I'm doing hyaluronic acid And it's a humectant, so it's supposed to draw moisture into your skin. And snail mucin, that's a whole thing, which is just crazy because it's legit from snails, and they encourage them to secrete their slime trails, right? And then they accumulate that somehow and I guess send it through a purifier, and then you can put that on your face, and it's a humectant too. And I have a number of snail mucin products. My point being, I'm all shiny, and I do feel like it's been helping, like, with the fine lines and stuff, and I'm doing the whole retinol, I guess. And did you guys know that you can buy like prescription strength tretinoin? I think that's maybe how you say it. Anyway, it's the stronger version of retinol is how I look at it, from like these Indian pharmacies. And it's crazy what you can buy online without a prescription. I don't know. I never really thought about doing anything like that before, so it's kind of interesting. So right now, if we're keeping track at home, I'm doing the Tirzepatide. I'm going to start the PT 141, and that's for men and women, for like to be more confident and be more receptive for the bedroom. I'll just leave it at that. And then I'll be starting the BPC 157 at some point. I'm going to start getting into the GHK-CU stuff for my skin. It's crazy. I used to, when I did take care of my skin, I would just wash it and call it a day. Now I've got like this 6-step process at night. It's bonkers. But I keep telling my husband, hey, when I'm 60, I'm going to look like I'm 40. And granted, he's probably still going to look like he's 50 when he's 60, because I don't know why, but his skin still looks super great. I don't want to say men have it easy, but they have some benefits with their chemical physiological makeup that women don't have, that they don't need. Like their eyelashes are so flippin' long, and if I want my eyelashes to stand out at all, I have to wear mascara. What the hell, man? What are my tangents for the day? So this hasn't been too much about the Tirzepatide, has it, in weight loss? Oh well, some of these videos are just going to go that way, right? So the takeaway is I may do a video tomorrow, and I think it's another 2 days before I need to pin again. And I don't know if I'll do 5 milligrams or 2.5 milligrams or what the hell I'll be doing, because I'm just playing it day by day. I hope you all have a fantastic Valentine's Day, whether you are with a partner or not. If you're not, even if you are, do something for yourself. Take care of yourself. I'll see you later.